Hi everybody and welcome to this core flow class that we have today. We are going to do a really specific class with movements that maybe you are not used to do for working on your abs, but because we're not only gonna work our abs, we're going to work on our core, which that means that we are going to work from here to here. Okay, so let's get ready together to feel, not to burn your abs, but just to feel all the center, all the middle of your body and know how to connect and feel it quite better doing your everyday abs workouts. So let's get started with a warm-up, doing a cat and cow and starting to feeling good and used to a really nice and gentle breathing. Okay, so let's breathe in every time our chests go down to the floor and exhale every time you put your back up. Nice and gentle, really slow. We are going to evolve through the session, so just keep it in a slow pace. Okay, now we have to work on our back. We have to warm up our backs a little bit. So let's do a Superman. I want you to squeeze your glutes, flex your feet, hands pointed in front of you. And now we're going to inhale. And when you exhale, you're going to squeeze your whole back. Good, one more and we hold it up. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. And for the last exercise that we have for warming up our body, we're going to go from a plank to a downward dog position. With your breathing, inhale and exhale every time you come back to the plank. Feel like the ocean every time you go back to the plank. One more. And knees to the floor and get ready to start with our first lap of the circuit. We're going to do the same exact exercise, but every time that we are into a new round, okay, we're going to evolve the exercises. So we're going to start from 0 to really difficult and high level. So for starting, we're going to get into a plank, but with your knees. I want you to squeeze your glutes, be really conscious here, and now we're going to play with our hands. 1 shoulder tap for every shoulder and 2 reach ups. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, reach and reach. It could seem easy, but I want you to feel that you are not moving side to side every time you change your hands. Okay, now let's switch to the other exercise that we have now, or for now you can have your hip down, okay, but for the next round we're gonna elevate our hips. So let's keep our hip down and tap tap tap, just getting used to the movement, the feeling and the exercise. Good. Okay, now let's switch to the side and we're going to do a side plank. This is a really comfy position. So from your knee, I want you to elevate your hip from the floor, flex your feet, and we're going to draw a leg lift with the right leg. Good job. Start feeling the shaking in your body. Your glute is working here, and as I told you, it's part from core. Okay, so let's switch to the other side. Knee down on the floor, hands really open to grab the floor, hip up, flex the feet, and start the movement from the ground to the sky. Okay, but trying to feel when you cannot push harder. Good. Okay, and the last exercise that we're going to do, we're going to start with our legs pointing to the ceiling. actually to the sky, the beautiful sky that we have today. And now we're going to play to draw mini circles. Okay, just mini tiny circles with really straight knees without bend, okay? And just feeling it. Now, the other direction. Good. You can rest your head on the floor and just starting to feeling how you can control all your abs with this movement. Connect with your breathing. One more. And rest. Nice! How are your core feeling? I know that it is feeling good. We have our second round, and as I told you, we're going to evolve into the exercise. So exact same exercises, but with a little progression just to spice up the routine, okay? So for now, for the first exercise, the only change that we are going to do is elevating our knees from the floor, and we are going to open in a wide stance our feet, because we do not want to play with our hip every time that we reach out or perform a shoulder tap. So take a nice rest. We are resting right now. Breathe in, breathe out, and when you're ready, let's come with me to the mat, okay? So let's get started with the first exercise, team. We go up into our plank, open our feet far away from each other, and now we control our hip. Tap, tap, reach, and reach. Now imagine that you have a bucket of water in your back, and the water cannot be poured on the floor, so control your back. Play with it. Good job, you're doing it amazing. Okay, rest, and let's switch into a reverse tabletop position. Now, as I told you before, we have to squeeze our hip up, open wide away from each other, the feet, and now we are going to squeeze our glutes and keeping our hip up. Boom! Reach to the toe. You feel the difference? I know that you do. Good. Control it. And rest. Okay, let's get down into that plank. And for now, if you have to keep the motion that we did before, you can do it. But if you want to try another level, just elevate your plank and draw a really nice, wide, and beautiful leg lift. Now, if you notice the difference, you should be feeling more the obliques than the mid glute. Good job. Okay, let's switch to the other side and play with the movement. If you do not actually know what to do with your hands, as you can see with me, because every time that I switch, I put my hand in different random place. You can put it here, here, maybe here if you need a little bit more of support. Whatever feels the best for you. Okay, last exercise. Now we are going to draw a bigger circle, okay? We keep our head on the floor, but I want you to draw a little bigger circle. So every time you go up with the legs, you are going to inhale, and every time you low down, you are going to exhale. Okay, let's go. One more to this side. And we switch from the lower part. Oh, that was hard. Good job, guys. You're doing it amazing. Okay, and rest. Oh, we have a long minute to rest. So if you want to, just take a bit of a really good stretch. We have tiny cobra. Move free in the cobra position. Just you can try to switch from side to side, going to times pose and then going back to a cobra, but let your abs have a little stretch. Okay, good. And now we have the latest and most difficult version of this exercise, because yeah, we have a level 3 and we could have a level 4, 5, 6. It depends on how you feel it, but we're exploring different ways to engage the mind-muscle connection on your core. So let's get started with the first one. Now it is exactly the same position, but instead of being here, you're going to close your feet between each other, and now you're going to play. It's only the same movement, but as you can see, the intensity is higher because you have to control a lot more your balance. So take your time, and if you feel like you are doing this is definitely wrong. Okay, this is what we do not want. Good. Now we're going to switch. Reverse tabletop position, exactly the same. And for this one, if you want to keep it a little bit more spicier, now we're going to boom, stretch, boom, the knee every time you search your toe. Good. One more. Okay, and rest. Now we have another version of the lateral plank, but now I want you to keep your knee bent. Yes, you're going to do it from your knee, but you're going to switch the motion on your leg. You're going to move it faster. Okay? Now feel it. It is a weird movement. I know you're not used to do this, and every time you do something new, it feels strange, but feel your glutes. Feel how you are blocking from here, and your hip, it is not going down like this every time you drop your leg down. Okay, you have to block it, engage your oblique, engage your mid glute, and then tiny movement and faster movement than before. Good. You're doing amazing. Ooh, the glute fits really hard here. Okay guys, so now we have our last exercise, and we are going to feel like a little gymnast for a moment. So hollow hold, which means arms forward, start laying down on the floor, and when you're here, you're going to elevate your chest and you're going to look through your toes. And now we're going to play with tiny circles again. 2 more. And we switch direction. Slow and control. We're not on a hurry. We're exploring our bodies. Oh wow. We're feeling it. We're in this together. 3, 2, 1. And rest. Woo! What a nice job. As you can see, it wasn't like the typical workouts where you do a ton of reps and your abs are burning and things like that. No, we're really working on what's inside our core, and it is really important because as you learn how to control and engage your core muscles, you're going to improve a lot in every ab workout that you want to do. So keep exploring your body, keep learning, and you're going to improve a lot, I promise. One more breath. Let's go back into a child's pose. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Repeat this session every time that you feel that you need to, and I see you on the next class. Bye bye, see you soon.